Welcome. It's the Matic. It's the illest blood in the land.
Welcome back to Ill Blurmatic. Let's get right into it. Today's new video is on something that I saw a few weeks back this month, and let's talk about it right now. Okay, so literally when I think about this, you know what? As much as I love the film, The Woman King apparently wasn't completely actually real. What? Yes. So, there have been things about it on social media. I've been on Instagram and Twitter, and people weren't pleased with the film. You know what I'm saying? That was something that was a problem due to the Dahomey tribe. They people had their their feedback where they weren't really happy with the direction of the film and just how displeased they felt the film was, because it also kind of dealt with slavery too. So we not gonna act like it didn't happen in the film, because that was in there too. But what I can truly say is Viola Davis has some words, her and the director Gina, about the film, and it's being fictionalized. What? Yes, so the film is fictionalized. You know what, man? It's harder to kind of get our narratives out there. You know what I'm saying? You have to really think about this. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna share a piece of information that they've already talked about. This film, The Woman King, it took 7 freaking years for this film to come out. 7 years. So, pushing out our narrative into the Hollywood world, it's harder to get films like that that's based on our actual history. Now, let's talk about something else that's interesting. This is not the only Black history film where there were certain things that were fictionalized. I know, I remember when Harriet Tubman came out, and this is kind of what rubbed me the wrong way with Harriet Tubman. It wasn't much with The Woman King that was kind of like that. But with Harriet Tubman, her movie Harriet, it was like they turned it into a Western. I was like, Raggy? A Western Harriet Tubman biopic? Like, that was my issue with that. I never saw the movie. At some point, I had like interest in seeing it, but then when I found out they turned it into a Western, I'm like, it just didn't sit right with me. I'm not gonna lie to you. It just didn't sit right with me. And I had to be honest about it. Now, even though the film was fictionalized, remember, there were things in this film that you could take from that wasn't necessarily fiction. You know what I'm saying? The warrior code that they had, the warrior song, you know what I'm saying? Their ideology and 2 gods, man and a woman god. What else can I say about this film? Just the fierceness of how they became warriors, you know what I'm saying? Their warrior code, their warrior honor. And I think for me, you're going to have films that are biopics, right? Or films that are based on something. Sometimes they have to include some fiction to kind of get the audience to come to support a film realistically, you know what I'm saying? So even though it was fictionalized, there were some things in there that were true. And I think, honestly, I respect Viola Davis for keeping it real, saying that most of this film was fictionalized. Understand. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the next shocking thing. And you know what? I couldn't even be mad at Viola Davis about it. Her and Gina had their view on, like I said, the film about it being fiction, which is okay. Viola Davis said in the interview that, if this film, just imagine if it wasn't a live action film dealing with history and everything, would people went to go see the movie if it was in a documentary format? And you know what? Viola Davis said some truth. I can't even lie. No, it would not have the same effect on people to go see the movie. People would have probably been the least interested in going to see a documentary on the Dahomey warriors. Now, gonna be honest with y'all. I would have loved it went to go see it as a documentary. Me, I like documentaries, so it wouldn't have been like, ugh, I don't want to see that. I've been interested to see the documentary, but it's interesting, man. I know people that don't watch documentaries, they wouldn't have went to go support this movie. It wouldn't have done well in the box office realistically because, you know what? They don't watch documentaries. It's the honest truth, man. I couldn't even be mad. Say, you know what? She's spilling major truth. She's spitting that truth. And I understand it would have not had the same effects. It wouldn't have brought people to talk about the film in that aspect because, oh, it's a documentary. Don't nobody want to see a documentary. You know what I'm saying? So it probably wouldn't have been as successful as it is now. You know what I'm saying? But also, you know what? Let me talk about this too. You can't please everyone. There are people that want to see it as a documentary. There are people saying, oh, well, this is not happening. This is not factual. You can't always please the people that you're making the film for. So it's good that Viola Davis took it for what it was and made the best of it. You know what I'm saying? This was under her company, her and her husband's company. They decided to put out this film. Sony gave them the script, you know what I'm saying? The director is the Love and Basketball director, and it came together, and it felt like something where it's like, you know what? I'm pretty sure there's some things that's got some fiction in it, but overall, they show elements of the homie and how they survived. They showed the king, and kind of how he was at that time. And you know, honestly, I think Viola's right. No one would have wanted to go see it as a documentary. Unless you're someone like me that likes documentaries, because I own some documentaries. So it's interesting. But you guys tell me in the comments, guys, if you were one of those people, let's just going to put it in this way. If The Woman King would have been a documentary, would you pay to go see it at AMC, whatever movie theater that you go to in your city or town, or would you just frown on it like, nah, I don't do documentaries? You tell me in the comments, guys. Your boy Ill Blurmatic, guys. Thanks for commenting, thanks for liking, thanks for supporting, and also subscribing. Listen to this one, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'm out.
You are the real MVPs of the channel.